side by side heading into turn one. Oh, if you see Flukesy spins, Fluksy's in the wall. There's a lot of contact and Dodge has spun. So that is 3 safety cars. See, Mez got around the outside.
So great, when you're so pretty, yeah. You got me waiting, 'cause we have a date. Baby, I can't wait. Baby, I get my focus when I see you right, you what I wanted. Can you say for life, for life, for life? Dime que me quieres, dime que yo soy para ti. Oh, baby, que me tienes. Baby, don't time, I'm like a wonder.
And we are off again. Tazza has had an amazing start all the way around the outside. SGN holding that line. They've touched. A little bit of kissing going on. Bun coming out. And reverses straight into Nordal. Not playing very nice.
A little bit of contact from ABK there.
As Drix is gone.
Drix is gone.
Got the DRS, but I think he's going to be safe. Tazza takes it home in first place. SGN in second.
And a very big hello everybody, welcome along to the 85th running of the Australian Formula One Grand Prix that originally saw the race run on a road circuit back in 1928. The circuit here at Albert Park has been revitalised. It's a brand new layout and a brand new opportunity for drivers to either get it right or get it wrong. Let's take a look at the layout. We will be battling around a 5.2 kilometre circuit with 14 turns, 3 DRS zones, some heavy braking areas, and a circuit that's difficult on tyres and difficult to overtake. Let's take you to your commentary team.
Sorry about that. I'll start again because, again, we just had some technical difficulties. Welcome. Wednesday night, Prodigy Division, Aussie Racing League. Welcome to everyone watching tonight. I am your host, Man of Tin, and alongside me is Reblets. Let's get this show on the road. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I think we're away now.
Yeah, we got a few people coming out. Some people wanting to get some early lap times in. All on soft, so obviously some people are very confident that they're going to get a good lap time and not need the practice from the mediums.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We do have some information to update you on. Unfortunately, we've seen our second in the Drivers' Championship, Mez C of Mercedes, has had to take a step back due to work commitments, I am led to believe, but he was no longer racing for Mercedes. He's actually taken a step back, so Quite unfortunate there to lose our second in the championship, which means Tazza gets a bit more fresh air.
Yeah, I'm sure Tazza will enjoy that, though I don't think he was under too much pressure, but it's unfortunate for the Mercedes. They were doing so well, but I don't see them having too much of an issue, as obviously his teammate is doing very, very well.
Yeah, the resurgence of SGN, putting himself 1 point behind in third at the moment. So it was a good little tag team there for a little while, but yeah, unfortunately it has just fallen away with Mez C not continuing. But I am excited for this week. There can be a lot of action here, a lot of chances for overtakes. There's a lot of chance for chaos, and these drivers I'm expecting to be really quick.
Yeah, I mean, look, this track is a very, very difficult track to master, and we've seen some issues in the past with the Academy, and anyone can win this. So it's a interesting track in that regard.
And as we say that, we have our first time, a 1:18.1 from Dodge. So a great start out of the blocks. 33 Eva's coming along, a 1:18.5. So Dodge is off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, you must feel very confident with that time.
Striker coming in with a 1:18.9. So we have a yellow flag. I think the Mercedes is just pulling over. So
And Tazza came in second with an 18.2. So Dodge is looking very, very comfortable right now. He must be feeling great.
Dodge getting a little bit sweaty. I like it. That'd be good. We have, I think Flukes is here just starting his lap now. So, or no, he's actually made a mistake on his lap. So he'll be pulling out of that one. Our new driver, our new drivers, John Harney, did race in the novice last week. Gave the boys a little bit of a touch-up, so he's been pushed up the ranks. And Farmer Sam, who I believe finished third last week, back into the grid. So ABK with a 1:18.7, Grovesy with a 1:18.8. Really looking forward to this week. Really looking forward to it. Melbourne is a very exciting race.
Yes, it's a very technical track. So these drivers are going to put on a show with how experienced and technical they can be. We'll see whether, their experience and, how good they are can really pay off. I know Tazza is going to be super fast, but Dodge is looking like he could take this from Tazza if he keeps up this time.
That is it. Just trying to get the last laps here, the first initial laps. Drex is going to put in a good time here. Yep, goes straight to pole, 1:17.9.
Wow. Yeah, Drix is definitely on the ball tonight.
It's Flukes
He's
here.
been great so far.
1:18.2. Nordal starting his lap. We have the first of our Darkley starting his. Bassick making his way out on the track as well. No sign of vexation or Werribee for that matter.
Yeah, they've left it quite a bit of time. They've lost maybe 5 minutes now. I don't know what the issue's been, but...
As we see Darkley spin.
Oh, and that's a big spin, but he's recovered nicely though.
So, have you been watching most of the action in the Prodigy division, or have you been... I know you've been commentating elsewhere.
No, I haven't actually. Normally I would be, but I have not as of late. But I do know that there are a lot of good drivers in this league that are, really giving it a go, and there's some great action between the mid-pack as well.
So, to pretty much give you a quick little rundown, I believe you do have the Constructors and the Drivers' Champions up for us to inform those who don't tune in every single week. So if you've got them with you, mate, about fire away.
Yeah, so obviously with Aston Martin leading by quite a margin at this point, it's 126 points to the second, which is 85. So Mercedes are looking like they could steal the second place and keep it, but with Meds leaving, that's going to be quite difficult at this point, unless, you know, this third place, which is Red Bull with 47, can catch up. Boy is very fast. He's been doing much better, and same with Dodge, so that's a possibility. We've got AlphaTauri in 46, very close to Red Bull. This is why it's going to be very interesting, because we have 3 teams that are very close, even 4 teams, with Alpine in 5th, Alfa Romeo in 6th with 35 points. And then we got the Williams, Ferrari, and McLaren, and Haas. Unfortunately, the Haas has only got 6 points in 10th. As a Haas driver myself, it is unfortunate to see, but I'm sure Vexation's going to do something good today.
Yes, or as we see, Werribee is our first victim to the Australian circuit. I have caught that live, so
that is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
He's going to be very angry with himself.
Yes.
He didn't get a set a time, which is punishing, because he's going to start at the back of the grid likely.
Yep, not a great way to start, but he can recover.
It might be a blessing, though. Turn 1 always has an incident, so being at the back isn't always the worst thing.
This is correct. So we have all our drivers out now. So Vexation's out. I believe Bassink's coming out, and so is Darkly as well. So we'll have all our drivers on track. Still waiting for a time from Nordal, who's just putting his outlap on now. I believe he did have a little spin, but I think most of them are setting up for their second lap, so be good to see. Dodge might have... I think Dodge is getting his tyres warm, but I am really, really excited. So pretty much, for those who don't know, at the start of the grid, look to have a look at Drix. Tazza, obviously your race leader. Drix has been absolutely fire up at the front of the grid, just making 1 or 2 mistakes, which is costing him races. A very, very good qualifier. Again, Tazza, he's been absolutely dominant. Just not only been quick, but have made a lot less mistakes. 33 Evis has been impressive, the AlphaTauri teammate of Drix. Another high qualifier, but a few mistakes in the race has cost him. Our recent runner, SGN, after lucking out, I think he missed the first week, and then lucking out in the second and third races, he's been really, really strong with a couple of seconds back to back. So look for him to continue to go up. Farmer Sam had one race in Saudi Arabia, finished third. So really look forward to him. Other than that, I think also I have to mention ABK, really starting to piece together some really, really good back-to-back performances. Flukes is always up there, but again, just making a few mistakes. So there's a lot of drivers who are very, very quick, but just can't seem to keep it together for a full race. So as we see SGN going third with a 1:18.2.
Yeah, that is a good time for him.
They've also lost Cairo as well. So we'll lose another victim.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Starting at the back of the grid, yeah, like I said, a blessing, but it can be obviously not the best thing. I'm sure that they could have put in a good time, and that's why they'll be angry with themselves. ABK coming into the pits. Now, Tazza is in 6th. I'm sure he's pushing it and he's going to get a better time, but I am wondering what it's going to be.
So just follow around here. Tazza's coming out of the last corner now. Looks to be a good time. And again, he just keeps going. 1:17.5.
Wow.
So when I tell you this man is a great qualifier, You have to believe me. This man has been on fire in qualifying.
Yeah, that is a very competitive time. I'm not sure anyone can really match that apart from Tazza, possibly. But Drix is showing a different side of himself tonight, and this is amazing to see.
I think he's going for his 3rd or 4th pole position just this season, as Fluxy gives himself a chance with a 1:17.9. So
That's respectable. Yeah, that's a very good time.
puts himself
He'll
up
be
in the
happy with himself.
As Evis is readying himself. I think we have the McLaren. Basink is up. Right behind me is Farmer Sam, which is putting a lot of pressure on Basink to force the issue there, unfortunately.
Is this qualifying or a race? It was a touch and go there for a second.
Yeah, well, I don't think these guys gave themselves a lot of room starting it. This could be a good lap. I think he might be slightly off the pace here. Just coming into that second to last corner. I think he's a little bit behind. It's going to be a good time still.
Yeah, I believe top 10 for sure.
There you go. In the 7th, 1:18.3. So fortunate for Basink there, but hasn't had the strongest year, Bass. I think he'd be quite disappointed in how he's going, but we have Vexation just about to start his lap now. Really pushing that car around the last lap. And I think we have 33 Evis, who is 200ths per second, almost 300ths per second as well, up on his time. So
yeah, he's looking to improve pretty well. He will get top 5 if we can keep this up.
Again, the AlphaTauris have been the standout team in terms of qualifying. Unfortunately, it's only 1:18.3. So if you look at the running, you've got Drix well and truly in front. Again, with Fluxy as well. Dodge with a 1:18.1, really looking impressive. And then after that, between 4th and 10th, we have about 0.2 of a second. So really look for those little margins to make a big, big difference. Because
yeah, it's great to
make...
see how close they are, because the competition is fierce then. We're not seeing people pull away too much, and we're having some great battles.
It really does come down to a race in millimeters. These boys really, really push hard. So,
Yeah,
as we
really
see,
do.
did I just see Grosy just... Yep, Grosy
Yeah,
just decided to
yeah.
destroy it in the pit lane.
That's unfortunate to see. Not often you see it in the pit lane. It's not too difficult of a pit lane, but I'm sure he's going to be questioning that himself.
Yep. So we have Dodge here on and out, just about to start his, what looks to be his last lap. So might just stick on here. Did come out. There he goes. And he has survived.
He survived, but I doubt he's going to be able to get around and get another lap in. I'm sure he's got a little bit of damage on that wing. That's unfortunate for Dodge, but he's still got a good time.
Yep, it is quite unfortunate, but as we see,
SGN
is
validated.
It's unfortunate. He has done enough time to get around if he's got enough fuel. That's going to be the limiting factor in these, is do these blokes have enough fuel to get around and have another crack? Because the fuel is very, very touch and go here.
Yeah, obviously they're under-fueling as much as they can to get that time up. But whether or not they're going to have it just to finish the lap, they might come up halfway or 3/4, we'll see.
That's it. So we'll jump on board.
And here comes Tazza.
That is correct. Pushing a little wide, keeps the car under control. Really making use of all of the track here. He's going to have to make a little bit of improvement from 6. We know how quick he is when it comes to race time. But he can really help himself out here if he gives himself that opportunity to get right up. It's going to be hard to beat Drix, but if there's someone that can do it, it's definitely this man.
Oh, for sure. And he's already gone up by 1/10. See if he can improve. Now, the last corner is where a lot of people get caught. It is a very difficult one to keep your speed up. So, interested to see how he handles that.
There's the quickest second sector. Oh, and he spun.
Oh,
That is
into the gravel
disappointing.
as well. That's unfortunate.
And if we just jump on with Drix here, Drix seems to be up on his time again. So
Really? Wow.
when I told you this man was rapid, please believe it. I think he has invalidated though, I believe.
It would look like it, which would be very unfortunate. But I don't believe anyone's going to beat his current time. So
So 33 of us in ninth, doesn't improve. We have lost Grovesy.
yeah, quite a few people to DNFs, which is unfortunate to see.
Fluke.
But when you're pushing hard, it's inevitable.
Do have ABK that is at the back here. ABK just looks to be slightly off the pace, a little bit squirrely coming out of that last corner.
Oh,
He's going to put a time, but I don't think he's going to improve too much. No, unfortunately not.
no.
Dodge is here, but he's also managed to stuff that one up. SGN going into the pits. Farmer Sam really squirrely.
Oi, there we go.
I think the only
Not
person.
too surprising. A lot of people pushing it, and that last little turn can catch people off guard.
That is unfortunate. Looks like Vexation is also, as we see our disqualification of Darkly. Looks like Cody's just decided to take him away. So
There we go. That was
Hey.
a fun qualifying to watch.
that was a lot of incidents, a lot of guys making a few mistakes. Makes for an interesting race, but I have to say a massive shout out to our pole positioner. This guy is a qualifying specialist. Drix P1, a 117.5, almost 4/10 clear of second in Fluxy, a 117.9, who was then about 3/10 clear of third, which is Dodge, making his first appearance in the top three, followed by SGN, ABK, our drivers champion leader Tazza, Farmer Sam, Grovesy, 33 Evis, and John Heine. Sorry if I messed that up, in the top 10. Basink, Nordal, Striker, Vexation, King Cairo, Wereboy, and Darkly bringing up the last. So we will be right back with you after a short little ad break. All right, so we have qualifying out of the way. Drix with an absolutely dominant performance, 3/10 in front of Fluxy, followed by 3/10 in front of Dodge. So, but in saying that, for the month of August, all new subscribers and resubscribers to the Aussie Racing League Twitch channel will go into the draw to win one of 3 $50 Steam vouchers, should I say. That's right, the ARL are giving away 3 Steam vouchers this month. Just hit the subscribe to go into the draw, with the winner announced on the Elite broadcast on the 1st of September. And wrapping that up, we've already got some interesting tactics from our race leader. Loves a little bit of a spit on the formation lap, Drix.
Drix has just pulled a Drix, unfortunately. He's going to be kicking himself for that.
He'll be okay. Hopefully that'll just warm his tyres up a little bit more. What I am interested to see is I want to see the tyre strategies. This is what we all came to see. Everyone has gone on the mediums, including our specialist in reverse engineering tyre strategies, Basink, has chosen the mediums. Well, this week it is 33 Evis. So Evis has seen, look, Drix is well and truly in front. this week. I'm going to split the strategies and see what happens. I think it's a smart choice from Evis here, but he's going to really get gobbled up in the start of this race until those cold, hard tyres do get started. So
Yeah, they're going to be super cold. It's going to take a few laps, but it's not a bad idea because it's like you don't have much to lose. Ninth place isn't, the worst. So it's a strategy that might just pull off something amazing. And we've seen it before in other divisions.
that's it. So it's a clear one stop here, unless something seems to happen with the safety cars and that bugging out. Again, Taz has left himself a little bit short, but we all know his race day pace is amazing. Drix at the top, Fluxy second, Dodger surprise third, SGN 4, ABK 5. So other than 33 Evis as well. But we are getting ready as we have 3, 4, 5 red lights and we are off and racing.
Sadly, the camera angle is... There we go. And wow, okay, we've done McLaren in the wall already. Hopefully not a safety car.
So we have Fluxy has managed to get past Drix. Same with SGN, but there seemed to be a big tangle. ABK has disappeared down the order. Taz has gone back to 7. Werra Boys come from the back of the pack to get up to 6. Grovesy into 4. Farmer Sam into 5. So Werra Boys come from nowhere. There must be some big collisions for him to get up there. But you did say it very, very early on that starting at the back might just be a blessing in disguise, and Werra Boy has absolutely ridden that all the way to the top. But our race leader, Fluxy, followed by SGN, followed by Drix. Let's see if he can hold it together, because everyone wants to see Fluxy do well, but Fluxy has a very big case of the spinsies way, way too often.
We also have a bit of a gap forming already from P3 to P4. So the top 3 could be just pulling off and we could see them just do their own thing.
That is correct. 33 Evis looks like he's held his own there with the hard tyres. So look for him to be a big improver late if he can keep this pace up. But Fluxy has put in this there. SGN just looking to have a little look-see down the inside. Most of the cars seem to be backed up in a little bit of a train. There's probably 3, 4 trains in this main group, but the top 3 have really decided to break away. So a few guys going into the pits now. Striker, Basink, Darkly and ABK. Striker going for the softs, which seems quite odd very, very early on, but
it's an interesting strategy. Not something that I would pull off, but who knows? Maybe he's betting on a safety car, which is not something that's out of the question.
Well, that's it. We see Farmer Sam right up the clacker of Grovesy here, really putting some pressure on. Is he going to have a look? No, not quite. SGN right on the back of Fluxy here. A few more battles. Tazza just back a little bit. Might get some more screen time if he's all the way back here for the race. But this looks to be a good start.
McLaren come off out of the pit exit.
Yeah.
Not sure who that was.
Seems to be Darkly. Darkly not having the greatest time with those cold tyres, those cold hard tyres. But Fluxy setting the pace, 122. So great start here. I do believe Farmer Sam has just made the move on Grovesy on the straight here as DRS is enabled. So Farmer Sam has just made his way up, got a lot of work to do to get up to Drix now that he's got some clean air, but we're going to have a race on. Unfortunately as well, I failed to mention, Werra Boy's overtaken his teammate who started in 3rd and is now in 8th. So not a great start for Dodge either.
Yeah, that first lap was quite hectic. It was pretty hard to see who was overtaking who, and we were just too fascinated with the crash at the start.
That's it. See 33 Evis here up the back of King Cairo. Is he going to make a move? No, he's just happy to sit there. Back
And
to
he's on
the
the 2-lap old hards as well.
yeah, looking to set the pace. SGN still holding in there with Fluxy. It looks like Grovesy is holding up the fuel in the pack here, so doing a nice job for the leaders. Farmer Sam's already started to break away on those mediums, looking to really add to the front of this pack.
Oh,
But
but here comes Tazza. He might just overtake. Yep, and he got it. Just past Grovesy.
As
Now
we've
he's
had
up
a-
into 5th.
big crash at the back. Looks like Dodger spun out.
It's not good for Red Bull.
No,
It's not what they needed.
they
Red Bull
needed.
need these points to come second.
Well, that leaves
the
Werribee,
constructors.
who did start at the back of the grid, the lone thing, as we've lost Farmer Sam. And is that going to
no.
bring out a safety car? It has. Straight away. And 33 Evis with a 3-second time penalty. How unlucky is that? Poor Farmer Sam there. He has come unstuck. See if we can come past. Looks like it's on turn 4. Might have just put the power down a little bit too early and ended up on that inside wall.
Yeah, I believe he touched the curb on the right-hand side and it just sent him into the wall. So he was just pushing a bit too hard. It's unfortunate to see, but this now changes a bit of the strategy up for some of these guys, whether they stay out or they go in for hards. We do have the soft runners, which is quite interesting. I do want to see how they react to this.
Oh, a little bit of a fake there from Fluxy, but I don't think you're going to see these blokes pit anytime soon. As I say that, who's that that's just dived in the pits? It looks like Drix is gone. Grovesy has disappeared into the pits as well. So
Yeah, and Tazra and SGN and Fluxy staying out. So this is quite the interesting take on this strategy and this safety car, whether or not Drix can somehow come back.
the only thing I can see from this is that they're going to have probably 2 laps here on the safety car. I don't believe they're going to be able to quite bunch this up in time, which will give Drix a little bit of time to warm those tyres up. But I would be hoping if you're Drix that there's going to be something a little bit, as we've had ABK as DNF'd. So under safety car conditions, we've lost another car.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because, again, we haven't seen what happened. Whether or not that was him spinning or technical issues.
Yeah, well, it is unfortunate for ABK. It was setting a bit of a pace, but this brings the man, the myth, the legend, Tazza, back into this race. Was stuck behind the likes of ABK. Fluxy and SGN were really starting to pull away from that gap. So Aston Martin could really, really benefit from this. 33 Evis as well. He looks to be in a prime position before he got that 3-second time penalty, which happened just after the safety car was announced. So going to have to do a lot more work here. But the AlphaTauris are up there, along with, I said, the Aston Martins dominating at the front. We have...
Yeah,
We have the Ferrari presence as well. But sorry, what were you about to say then before I...
Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, I'm just saying that the Aston Martins, again, doing an amazing job to stay up there. And the points that they're going to get is just going to make them fly away from the rest of the constructors. So, interesting to see how SGN can hold these two off and get some great points for Mercedes.
That is it. So, while I've got you all right and ready to go, as Tazza has spun under safety car, that is a sheer ugly mistake. But
Yeah, that is truly unfortunate.
that is going to cost him... Well, that's cost him 4 positions already. So, unfortunate for Tazza here, but that is a mistake that we don't often see from our championship leader. But in saying that, his teammate is comfortably out in front. So before we get this race, I'm pretty sure the Nordal at the back here will be able to catch up. The only car to be lapped at the moment is Darkley.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure if he'll be in this lap though, because the Ferrari is still far behind.
No, that Ferrari's catching right now. Plugs it right in. Safety car in this lap. So just before we get started, again, I'm going to touch on this. For the month of August, all new subscribers and resubscribe to the Aussie Racing League Twitch channel will go into the draw to win one of three $50 Steam vouchers. That's right, the ARL are giving away 3 Steam vouchers this month. Just hit subscribe to go into the draw, with the winner announced on the Elite broadcast on the 1st of September. Now, Fluxy's got the race start here. We're a boy, our surprise packet from the back of the grid, all the way up to third, SGN in second. When is Fluxy going to go? It looks like he's faked him out. Back to pack right up here.
It's quite an interesting strategy. I'm not sure this is going to work out for him.
Is backed everyone, and he's off and running now, but that has caused absolute chaos.
Mayhem in the back. Yeah, that was quite interesting to see. I've not seen anything like it before.
So a few of the guys at the back, such as Vexation and Cairo, have really benefited from that. Fluxy has got an absolute pearl of a start. SGN's held his spot. Werribboy's in third, but Cairo and Vexation have come from the back to with a bit of speed over that line and really made up for it. Tazza's back into 6th, 33 Evis and Drix in 7th and 8th. Dodge in 9, rounding out top 10 is Bassink. So, a very, very interesting restart. I hope that is well and truly under the rules, because I have not seen that, I don't think, at all in this league, which is quite fascinating, but it has worked out quite well. As Bassink has DNF'd,
Oh, no.
that is unfortunate, but I don't...
McLarens are truly cursed. There's something going on there.
They've taken the AlphaTauri curse to them, with them to McLaren. So, as Tazza has gotten up into 5th here, so making a few little inroads. Hopefully, not too quick if you're Fluxy. He's well and truly been in charge of this race, but he's almost broken that first sector as we have a spin, and it looks like it's Nordal. Yeah, unfortunately at the back end, Nordal has spun.
Yeah, that's sad to see. We really do want to see him get a point, and hopefully he can push back up and get into the top 10. But there's a massive DRS train currently going on from P1 all the way down to P12.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how people are going to overtake in this situation, which Tazza looks like he's making the move shortly. He really wants to get through the pack and back up to top 3. But Werribboy has made a fantastic drive this past 8 laps. Somehow he's pulled off from P20 to P3.
Well, that's it. Tazza's just made the move then on King Cairo. Just can't hold him off, as Nordal looks like he's gone round again, unfortunately. But Fluxy seems to have made a mistake here. Pardon me. SGN closing that gap up to back up to 6/10, so was almost out to a second. Did almost break that DRS, but not quite. So Fluxy's still with a lot of battery, but won't have DRS for one more lap here. Should be good to go this lap.
Yeah, Werribboy had Tazza out of DRS just before it was enabled, so see if he can get that back, or he's going to be having a difficult time to keep Tazza behind him.
Well, that's it. Tazza is making up some spots here now, back up into 4th, but it's hard to think, as Nordal seems to have gone around again on those soft tyres.
Yeah, his tyres must be very, very hot right now.
But Fluxy, SGN, Werribboy, and it's a very big DRS train all the way down there. Cairo's just looking to keeping the DRS train of Tazza here, but everyone from Fluxy's gone straight into the wall. Has he survived? I believe he has.
He's just had some very bad damage to his front wing though, and that's going to be a pit.
So Fluxy, after a great start, 9 laps into this race, leading from the first corner up until there, loses an M plate. So it opens up the door. SGN and Werribee both off to the races. DRS is enabled this lap, so look to Werribee to put a bit more pressure on SGN here. Tazza trying to catch up. We see Striker and Fluxy. Fluxy is staying out with that wing. So an interesting tactic there.
Obviously, he feels that the wing isn't giving him too much of a disadvantage, which is interesting to see. Maybe he believes he should be going maybe 2 or 3 more laps just so he can get the hards on, and then they'll last the rest of the way.
As we've lost
Darkly.
Is Darkly in the
Is that
pits?
a safety car?
Yes, we have another safety car. So
Wow. Okay. So that Nordal's taking great advantage of that. If he goes in the hards now, he could definitely make his way out the top 10.
well, unfortunately for Fluxy, it's come almost a lap too early for him. So back to pack up a long way. Got the breakaway he wanted. Started to make some leeway. Almost got it out to a second. And unfortunately for him, he has stayed out. So we see the medium pitters now coming in. So all of our top drivers. Drix is staying out. So Drix did pit very early on off those mediums onto the hards. So he'll stay out. 33 Evis. Again, still on the hards. Dodge on the hards. We've got one medium runner staying out here. But this race got very interesting very quickly.
So this gives it a big advantage to those that didn't pit on the hards last safety car. Because it would seem that like Drix, Evis, and Dodge are going to have to pit eventually to go on to softs or even mediums. Whilst it looks like this might be the last pit for those that just pitted for the hards.
Yeah, well, the tyres should make it relatively well. Don't think they're going to have too much trouble. It's going to be interesting to see how it all works out, but it looks like SGN and Werribee have put 4 to 3 positions between themselves and Tazza, and this safety car is going to have to wait. I'm going to go with 2 full laps here until Nordal can catch up on the back.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a while, but this gives good time for those on the new hards to get some heat into their tyres so they're not going to be spinning as we have seen quite previously.
So we'll just have a quick look at the penalties and whatnot. So 33 Evis in second currently has a 6-second penalty. So unfortunate for him, just pushing a little too hard. The stops, we've had 1 stop to most. Grovesy's had 3 stops already. Same with Nordal. So Grovesy's had 3 stops and still sitting in 10th place. So he must have a little bit of pace all the way back there. Just looking at our position changes, 33 Evis is up 7. Again, does have a 6-second time penalty, so just watch out for that. Werribee up 10. Cairo and Vexation up 8 and 6 respectively. A big loss, though, is Fluxy. Down 10 positions, unfortunately, after that spin, but we've lost ABK and Farmer Sam, 11 and 10 as well, but DNFing, so a little bit of a shake-up now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Fluxy, but I feel like this is going to kick him into gear and he's going to try and fight back pretty hard. I do see him, if he does not spin, at least getting into the top 10, possibly even top 5. He has the pace to get there. But it's going to be interesting because Werribee is a very competitive driver, and we've got SGN there as well, and these two are going to be fighting to get the 2nd place in the constructors. Red Bull and Mercedes are going to be close with Mez now out of it.
Yeah. So the only only driver that looks to have stayed is John Huani, who has stayed out on those mediums, which is a very interesting tactic.
They're 11 laps old, which technically, from what we've seen, should be dead by now. So I'm not too sure what he is doing, because the safety car is in this lap. And let's see how Drix goes with this start.
Again, Drix, a very experienced safety car restarter here. And he has his teammate directly behind him, so he might be able to actually hold the pack up here. As Drix gets a good start, Evis has held the pack up a little bit.
Wow, that is a massive start for Drix. 2 seconds from his teammate, and Evis has done a fantastic job for Drix.
That is absolutely
That is
sensational.
teamwork right there.
That it is. So, great start from Drix here, allowing him to get away. SGN just having to hold off Werribee here, but going to have to get past the medium Williams. Here's the medium Williams has gone straight into the wall. I think he's just lost a front wing. So SGN will not have to clear him and Werribee anymore. Tazza seems to have lost a position to Vexation. So not a great restart for him. Dodge hanging in there off 33 Evis.
Fluxy's up to P10, so he's made quite a move already, which is great to see. And he's fighting closely behind Striker, so he's eager to get his way back up that pack, and we hope we can see that happen.
So this is what happens when teamwork comes into it. So Drix does over 33 Evis one here with having 6 seconds of penalties, as we've got Vexation and Cairo have had a tangle.
Oh no, that is unfortunate to see for Vexation. He was doing so well. Haas needed some extra points in this div, and unfortunately it doesn't seem it's going to go that way.
That is it. So that is unfortunate. It looks like we have those two drivers have gone straight into the pits. So we do have Dodge starting to put a little bit of pressure here on 33 Evis, who will probably look to hold up the rest of the pack as long as he can before he pits. I don't think those mediums are far off coming on here, but I think he's going to have to pull a Fernando Alonso and fight like a lion.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this can play out, but he's making a massive gap, Drix and to Evis. But it would seem like Drix will need to pit again, though, because I don't believe that hard tyres are going to last all the way.
So Dodge seems to have a good run coming out of this corner. Has gonna take the hard road. He's gone round the outside. He's kept it together. They touch a little bit here. SGN looking to make up a bit of ground. Not going to get it. Goes again. Dodge going up the inside. A little bit of room being given. Werribee's now in the picture along with Tazza. And they come
It's
out.
given great advantage to the ones behind.
2 to 3 wide. But they're all over it. So SGN just holding in there. It looks like Werribee is just going to hold on. Might get swallowed here by Tazza, unfortunately. And he's gotten around him like he's walking. SGN making a big move up the inside of Dodge. Space has been left. Dodge is going to retake that inside. SGN being pushed wide and a 3-second time penalty.
That's going to be interesting for the FIA, whether or not that is gonna stick. But that's some great fighting from the pack. Very tense, very close, but very clean from what we've seen. So it's great to see.
See, Tazza's gone straight up the inside of SGN here. Tazza seemed to turn those hard tyres on pretty quickly because he is all over the back of him as SGN goes straight back up the inside. And now Tazza's well under attack. Striker come from nowhere. Werribee up as well. Wow, what a move.
What happened with him? We didn't see what happened with Tazza, whether or not he got a bit squirrely or he just missed the apex. Not sure what happened there. That's unfortunate for him.
Well, here comes his teammate as well. So Flukesy's back into the picture of this race, which is great for us all racing here. Drix is 5 seconds up the road, so he's having the time of his life. But where did Striker come from? He's come from absolutely nowhere to go bang, bang, bang. All this fighting, he just went, you guys do all the hard work, and I'm just going to come straight around you because I want to stay out of this.
Yeah, he just stayed in the back, watched them fight, and he took great advantage of that. So he's done a well done to him, and yeah, it's great to see that we have some competitiveness from the back going up.
So Cairo's just put in the fastest lap. I do have to say he is on the soft tyres, but the fastest lap is the fastest lap nonetheless, a 1:20. So we'll see if anyone can topple that. But Dodge
It's
is
an interesting Ferrari strategy, though.
that is it. Nothing short of the real life Ferrari, but Dodge SGN have broken away a little bit here from Tazza. But is Drix going to start holding them up now on those 15-lap olds? So Tazza has dropped out of DRS range, which is incredible. As Dodge goes a little wide, SGN trying to make that run. He's going to get a better run out of here. Is he going to be able to get that move done?
Defends. I think he will.
So SGN's going straight around the outside. As Dodge goes really wide after turn one and allow SGN just to break away. So we have another race back on our hands. So somehow Werribboy's ended all the way up back in 8th.
Yeah, we did not see what happened with him. It's unfortunate to see he's done so well. But I believe in him, and I think he can make his way back up. Just like Flukesy, who's P6. I did say that we could see him in P5, and he's done a fantastic job. The Aston Martins have done a great job at keeping up and sticking it to the top 5.
See Werribboy making back up some ground here. So Werribboy back up in the 7th, getting past Striker. SGen's really putting the straps to the back of that AlphaTauri. Really pushing that AlphaTauri along now. So I don't know how much longer Eves is going to keep these tyres for, but I'd probably see him pit soon unless he is really starting to hold that pack. So the pack is starting to catch up here. I know it's still plus 4 seconds. As he's touched the wall on the way out, SGN's gone straight around him.
Yeah, those tyres are very dead right now, I would assume.
Dodge goes
and
up the...
gets a 3.
Dodge goes up the inside.
That was very close, but it's a great move.
It's 33 Evis and Tazza right on the scene. So Evis has taken that place back. Tazza looking to pounce here, which brings Flukesy back up into the race. Tazza's gone up the inside of Dodge here. Gone wide.
And he's gone wide. But he's kept it. This is some great racing that we're seeing. Some very competitive racing.
Flukesy
this
back
is what
up
we want
into...
to see.
Flukesy back up into 5th. Dodge trying to take that inside line. Really juicing hard here. But I think Flukesy might just get away with holding this. No, Dodge has really used that battery to stay in front here. So as we have a yellow, that is...
Someone went off.
Dodge.
Oh, no.
End plate gone. Dodge back down in the front. So
that's very unfortunate. He was doing such a good job.
So SGN starting to cut that lead down. I think he's taken 4/10 out of the lead on Drix here and bringing it back. 33 Evis back in 3rd. 2.3 seconds behind him. Taz has gotten up into 4th. Evis is going to take that defensive line. Tazza looking to really, really attack hard here. So having a sneak around the outside, well and truly alongside, has gone deep, straight around him like he's standing still. The newer tyres have done their work, and Tazza now being released into 3rd. But 33 Evers can't really breathe too easily here because his teammate's right behind him, Flukesy, looking to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Evis needs to pit. His tyres are gone. and it's just evident by the fact that he is being caught up and overtaken, as well as look at Drix's time to SGN. It's just taking chunks out each lap. The tyres will not last, so unfortunately Drix is going to have to pit, same as Evis.
So I think we'll probably see him pit now. I think Evis realised he was out of this race and has really done. He's juiced all the way out. You can see that red light flashing. I think he's just trying to hold everyone. If he knows that Drix doesn't quite have the speed in the race pace.
Off. Oh no, it is King Cairo that's off. That's unfortunate.
But
on the softs.
Unfortunate for the softs. The softs do die off pretty quickly here, so lap 5 is probably looking at about it. But Drix knows that even though he's got that 1 lap pace, his race day pace at the moment hasn't been overly quick. So 33 is doing the team thing, trying to hold up as many people as he can before I think he calls it a day and goes in for those mediums. But he might even try and push for the softs, to be fair. But SGN is taking chunks out of this lead, down to 2.2 when it was over 4.3 seconds. So
yeah, we can definitely see SGN catching him, and it looks like we have another safety car, is it? That can't be possible.
I don't think we can pay too much attention to that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Did we lose Vexation by chance?
Yeah, we did. I'm not too sure where that happened, but I do believe we might have an issue on our hands here.
It's all right. We'll just let it go until we hear otherwise. But I think we might have a safety car coming out.
Yeah. It does look like that, or it could be a virtual, but we don't see that currently.
Yep, so it is a virtual safety car as it's gone green now. So SGN has made up quite another chunk of time here. It's under 2 seconds. So that virtual safety car, after we've just lost Vexation, unfortunate for him, was running a good race, but I think pushing those medium tyres probably a little far on 15 laps just cost him. But SGN is on a mission here. He's got 8 laps, and on the way he's going, he is going to chase down Drix here as we get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane in King Cairo.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but Nordal's up into PA, which is great to see. All he needs to do is hold it. Oh, P7, very well done for Nordal. Let's see if he can hold it from Evis. Evis has dropped back considerably, and he's gone on the softs. Whether or not they'll last the 9 laps that they got to do, but I hope they do. Yeah. This is great for Nordal.
It's a big ask to get softs to last 8 laps, but the top 5 seem to be pulling away. There's a lot of space between the front and the back now, with 18 seconds just between 5th and 6th, and 19 seconds between 9th and 10th. So SGN is just trying to push and push and push. He's got 6 lap fresher tyres than Drix does, so Drix is going to have to be really really conservative here, not knowing when those tyres are going to go out. He did pit really early on the first safety car for these, and SGN's waited for 2 safety cars previously to pit, and it's gonna pay benefits in here. Tazza just doesn't seem to be closing down that gap to SGN. It looks like SGN might be the driver to watch out for here.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire. I do see SGN overtaking Drix, but whether it comes to the 3rd or 4th position, I'm not too sure whether we don't have any changes there. Seems like they're holding their position quite well. But Drix is still doing a good job to keep SGN at least at a comfortable distance right now. Whether or not he can hold that, we'll see. I'm sure his tyres will start to drop off and SGN will just fly by him, but it's an interesting strategy to see.
There's a 3-way race here at the back, but still 1.4, so looks like the Williams has had a little spin at the back here. Now 1.4 is still closing down with 6 laps to go. Again, those hard tyres will go off eventually, almost getting close to that 20 lap old mark. And SGN having a questionable 3-second time penalty that could or could not be removed depending on how many he has. Obviously, I think there's only one in question, so if he's gone too far past that, there will be no review anyway. But 1.5 seconds, 6 laps to go. Can he get it done? Taz is still hovering around that 3-second mark. Flukes is just falling back about 0.2 of a second. So holding on to about the same place as Tazza, but probably just not quite the pace as these front two guys.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that Drix has done such a great job at holding SGN off for at least 3 laps now at the same distance. Whether or not this is SGN conserving his tyres, his ERS, or it's just Drix just doing an amazing job to keep his tyres going.
I think it also might be that Drix is running slightly lower wings. Just seems to be getting away slightly. But it's down to 1.2 now, so
Yeah.
I'll be looking for SGN to really push us down to 1.1. So SGN's really trying to push now. He's bided his time for a couple of laps. If he can close into DRS range, I don't think he's going to have this for long. As Tazza gets a 3-second time penalty.
No. That is very, very bad for him since he is 2.5 seconds away from Flukesy, and Flukesy can take P3 with this.
Yeah. Flukesy's just got to hang on here, so...
Oh, but Drix has gained more time in SGN. This is quite well to see from Drix. He's done an amazing drive so far.
That's it. So this will be where it goes down to. So I actually might have deceived you a little bit there. I reckon Drix has got higher wings than SGN, because it just seems in the 2 chicanes he seems to be making up a bit of time. So we're almost into that DRS territory, and it does seem to be being made on the straight. So I would think that SGN's running slightly lower wings here, and we are below that second now.
Yeah, he's very close. He just needs to keep it within that DRS, and he should be able to overtake Drix. But Drix is given a very good fight right now.
Just check onto our to Werribee at the back here. So
He's slowed down
Werribee,
quite a bit, but he's in a comfortable position. He doesn't need to do anything too crazy right now.
no, he doesn't. So we'll just double check back in here. We're definitely within DRS range now. This is where I think Drix makes a little bit of time up through here, but that DRS wing open now is going to help SGN out a lot, and he's going to need to use it as we're almost down to half a second.
We've seen just half a lap with the DRS, and he's already half a second. So 4 laps to go. Drix has got a big, big job ahead of him, but he might just be able to pull it off. We shall see.
That is it. So see how close he can pull this. It's just gone below half a second.
Werribee's pitted. He must have had damage, possibly.
He could be going for the softs. He doesn't really have much to lose, and if a safety car does come out, he's in a pretty good position. I don't think 33 of us with the time penalties can hold him off here. So I think Werribee's going, look, I'm not catching the guy in front. I'm going to take a step back here. I'm going to try and set a fastest lap, or hopefully, as we see a yellow flag from Dodge in the back. But right now, SGN is closing down within
he's
2
to the
tenths.
wire right now. And here we go. This might be it.
Dodge with
Or we looked for it.
Dodge,
Dodge is not having a great time. He's just,
retired in the pits. But here we go. Oh, he's lost a bit of time here, SGN. He's back up to 5:10, so he's made a little mistake here. And the consistency of Drix is keeping him in this fight.
Yeah, it is. And look at Tazza. He's put up such an amazing time over Fluxy. Fluxy just had to stay within 3 seconds, but he hasn't been able to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Taz is gaining a great amount on SGN, though.
So here we go.
Oh, that's very... Oh, no.
It's tangled.
That is interesting to see. That's quite unfortunate. Whether or not that was... Yeah, that's unfortunate to see.
That is going to be quite interesting. Sorry for the lack of dramatical performance from our behalf, but it's hard to see with that angle who's at fault. SGN looked like he was down the inside, but we don't quite know here. But that's allowed Tazza to get up into second. Drix has just got to stay within that 3 seconds. You'll get that position back. But SGN needs to get to work quite quickly.
Tazza has made such a great move there. He capitalized on that incident immensely, and Tazza could definitely win this now.
He definitely could. I think he's got the pace, but I think SGN's probably the quickest on track at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you there, but the DRS is very powerful on this track. You get back-to-back here, and then you get one coming down the back. So SGN's taken a really defensive line here before pulling back out. Transition, quite nice. Gaining a little bit of time there, but he's going to lose it all straight away.
Yeah, I think SGN can hold on to this gap. I think there's only one more lap to go after this, and the time doesn't seem to be going down for Tazza. So, and there we go, where a boy did get the fastest lap as he intended. So that's a good extra point for Red Bull. They definitely needed it to catch up to Mercedes.
Well, he's got 3 seconds to make up to 33 of us, but again, he does have those time penalties. So Tazza's right up the back of SGN's engine here.
He smells that victory and he wants it desperately. He is juicing hard. He's using everything he has. And he's done it, I think. He's gone on around the outside.
Not quite. SGN keeping it clean here. Brings Drix back into the picture. But
Drix has done such an amazing job keeping it up.
Has he gone too early? Because this is going to give SGN a chance to come back at him. Tazza's only got 20%, and SGN does only have 30%. But SGN's gone right on the inside here. He's going to get that place back. Tazza's gone wide. There's touching. Jesus, Taz has come back on Drix. Drix is trying to go up the inside. Wow, this is tight. As SGN's lost the back, Taz has gone up the inside. There's been contact. Oh, wow. This has been something of a miracle. Wow.
They went 3 wide into that corner. You just never do that.
Well, we're going to have a bit of investigation again. It's not up to us to speculate.
No, it's not.
But Drix is just back in the lead of this race after all that's happened. Tazza still has a penalty. Fluxy could probably come home in P2. Taz is going to be pushed back to P3 if it stays the way it is. But Drix is laughing his way to the bank because after all the carnage, he's come out.
Drix has just masterminded this whole race. He's pulled off such a great victory if he can hold this. And the Fluxy, unbelievable comeback.
So as we
this is so dramatic. Fantastic.
Just rounding the last corner now. As long as Drix can hold it here. 24 lap old hards. Drix takes P1. Looks like Fluxy's going to take P2. Tazza in P3. SGN in P4. Do not quote me on those. This is just...
Yeah, these are all tentative.
These
have no idea what's going to happen.
Looks like Wirraboy will go into 5th. 33 Evis into 6th. Followed by Striker coming up into 7th. the two Williams back to back here with Jean Hoani. Do you want to have a crack at that? Because I don't think I've done too bad of a job. I haven't got it right, but I don't think I've got too bad of a job on this name.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Is it? It could be Korean, but Yon Hoani. I'm not too sure.
We might
I could be just butchering it as well. We should just call him John. I think that's more appropriate. But who do you think your driver of the day is?
I think I've got to give it to Werribee. I'm not going to
Really?
lie. I think coming from as far back as he did to get up into P5, and as we say it right now, he wasn't that far off the top guys. I honestly think that if there's penalties and whatnot that go his way, he might end himself up on a podium. So,
And as you see, driver of the day, they agree with you as well.
but again, with Werribee, I think position-wise, he's made up a lot. I think probably my most impressive driver of the day, I think it has to go to SGN. I know I'm a little biased being a teammate, but the way that he commanded that race pretty well, kept it going, continued pressure, dealt with pressure, and looked like he was going to come away with probably a P1 or 2 until that final lap incident, which again I'm guessing will definitely be looked into. But I think his pace throughout the whole day, the ability to close down Drix, to get past him, I have to say it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, Drix. For me, I think Drix is my driver of the day, but wow, there's so many other drivers that could potentially be up there. We've got Feluxy with an amazing comeback, SGN with a fantastic drive, just an unfortunate incident at the end, and Werribee obviously with an amazing start and amazing just patience that he had. So I'm impressed with everyone that just, kept it going. As well as we had Nordal, P10, finally has a point, so congratulations to Nordal.
Yeah, shout
Well
out.
deserved.
Shout out to Nordal with his first points. But we'll be right back after this quick little outro. All right, so we're back with the interview section here. There's a few people I want to talk to, and I think the crowd is going to be well and truly on our side. So let's get... I really want to talk to SGN. I want to talk to Tazza. I think Drix is around as well, and I might even have a quick touch if we can touch base with Werribee as well. So we'll try and get through these fairly quickly. Let's get our race winner so far. So let's grab the man himself. Let's grab Drix again, the mastermind, the qualifying king. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, it was a decent race. I mean, bit shithouse, but oh wait, can I swear?
You
Yeah,
can swear a little bit, mate.
Hey.
We try to keep it to a minimum, but I'll let you off on that one.
Yeah, cheers.
First of all, again, congratulations. I'm going to throw it to Reblets to go away with the questions, but a pretty impressive race from you, mate.
Yeah, cheers. I mean, qualifying was good, except I validated my last lap. So that was kind of annoying, but yeah.
Yeah, we watched you through qualifying. We were just super impressed with your time, being able to keep 3-4 tenths more, higher than the rest. It's just an excellent job, man. And wow, your strategy of keeping the hards up to 24 laps is just a mastermind. What went through your head of keeping it up to that point, 24
Well,
laps?
I saw the safety car, I thought, alright, I'm not as fast as I probably could be, or felt like, because I felt like Taz were faster than me, so I felt like I need to do something different. So I did hards to the end, and then I just maintained it through running high diffs to save tyres. I was on 80 diff for most of the stint, so pretty stressful, but yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
it's such an amazing strategy to see, because personally myself, I did not see it lasting. I thought you would have to pit again, but wow, you just held it on and you kept them at your back the entire time. And then you took advantage of the little spill that happened. So
Yeah,
very impressive job,
when
man.
it got passed on the grass, I thought, well, even if this goes wrong, I'll get a pen, but I could win. So yeah, I
Yeah,
tried it.
yeah.
It's fair enough. The one question I do want to ask, I'm sure that everyone's kind of excited and a little bit wary to hear, your restart on the second safety car. Now, you're out in front. You've got your teammate, Evis, right behind you. He kind of knows he's out of the race. He's got a few penalties to deal with.
Yeah.
Is there a bit of Bottas-Hamilton tactics going on there? Or
I told him to maintain a second. I told him like a second, no more than a second. We can do with that. And then he kind of went. I think he got throttle lock and it was 3 seconds. Like, oh god! But
that's good.
Yeah, it was interesting to see. We had never seen anything like it, but
I
the
don't
fact
think
that
there's
you
any
got
rules
three.
against it.
I don't think there is. Again, it's not something for me to talk about in here, but I guess it's the power of the AlphaTauris. Both of you have been well and truly up there. Both of you have qualified really, really well, which enables you to play around with strategies and work with stuff like that. So it's a credit to you in the AlphaTauri box. It's just hoping that we can get some more race results like yourself.
Yeah, that's the first time I've actually converted for once, so I'm pretty happy.
That's all right. All right, mate. Well, congratulations on the win.
Cheers. Thank you.
We'll let you go and we'll grab someone else. So
Yeah,
congratulations, mate.
congrats, man.
Cheers. See ya.
Well done.
All right, the next person I want to grab, I do want to grab
Not
Flukes.
me.
I do want to grab Fluxy here. So let's grab.
Hopefully he's available.
Nah, he'll definitely be available. I know. I've got my ways. I know this man back to front. Fluxy, Spinsy, whatever you want to call him, mate. After a terrific qualifying that put yourself clearly in second, a little bit of a moment with a quiet little spin, but you've managed to get yourself back to P2, mate. You've got to be ecstatic with that.
Look, it was a pretty easy race out there, not going to lie. I just sat there, waited for the the AlphaTauris to spin as per usual. So just waited on that and then just come through.
Yeah, you done a fantastic job. That spin that you had, you hit the wall.
Yeah, got the yellow wing.
It was very sad to see, but what was going through your mind when that happened? And were you expecting to come back, or were you positive that you were just going to stay at the back?
Honestly, I was a little bit pissed because I took the corner the same way every single lap. I never changed, never deviated, and for some reason on that one it spun me, and then I was like, oh. And so I even said in the chat, I said to SGN, I was like, congrats on the win, mate, good job. And then the safety car come out, and I was like, SGN, I'm coming for you now.
So the one thing that I thought was quite interesting, you stayed out on that wing. Now, when you pitted, obviously you had to change it over, but did you stay out on that wing because you had 2 or 3 laps left of those mediums to go?
Yeah, like I thought it was less damage than I had. I thought I only had a lime wing, not an orange wing. So I was like, I'll just stay out till the safety car comes out. Like, it's probably going to happen in the next couple of laps.
Yep.
So then I just stayed out, and then I was like, oh, no, I'll pit this next lap, actually. And then the safety car saved me anyway. So it worked out well that I stayed out.
No, very good. Do you have anything else to jump on board here with Rebels?
No, I'm just impressed with your comeback, man. Very impressive. You did a fantastic job for your team. So well done.
Thanks, lads. I got to give a shout out to SGN. That man was the only one that could test me on pace in that whole race at the start there. So shout out to SGN. That man is the GOAT.
Yeah, appreciate the wise words. I'm sure SGN will thank you for that one. Again, congratulations on your second place, mate. Well earned. And we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Yeah, no,
well done,
thank
man.
you.
Take care.
So that leads me on to I want to get Tazza and I want to get SGN. Now, whether I'm going to be able to get both of these blokes, I don't think I can. Let's go with Tazza first and see what he has to say. Tazza, now, a little bit disappointing on the qualifying, but still managed to come home with a podium finish. The first question I have for you is, What the bloody hell were you thinking going 3 wide into that corner? Can you talk us through it? We saw a little bit of it, focused right in on it, but pretty bad camera angle in terms of Cody's getting us in. But can you talk us through what happened and what you guys are thinking going, well, let's just send it on this last lap?
I mean, it's last lap, you know, like a gap like that opened up. Drix was on the outside and SGN tussled with him. So I just kind of rolled through the inside, and then I think Drix ran out of room on the outside. So they both kind of got squeezed into my path. Like I was kind of just hugging the inside, doing my own thing. Like I didn't really outbrake them or anything going into there. They were like locked on tires, and yeah, the gap was there. So you kind of gotta take those ones when you can. I mean, unlucky to SGN. I don't think he's too upset about it. We spoke already a little bit. Yeah, it was just a gap. I had to go for it. It was tricky. You know, Cody's gave me a time penalty. Not of my fault. No, it was my fault. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to beat him on track. And, yeah, that's not the way I wanted it to go. But, yeah, there was a gap. I had to send it.
No, appreciate your input there. Reblets?
Yeah, I was just curious about the qualifying. Now, you're typically very fast. Was there anything that particularly went wrong with you in qualifying, or was it just not a good track for you?
I just, yeah. No, it was fine. I did plenty in practice. I just had my banker, made a bit of a mistake on the banker, and then the second run, I made a huge mistake again. Even worse, I backed out of it completely. And then the last lap, I spun in the middle chicane when I was like 5 or 6 tenths up. I think I had the time there. I knew there was 3 or 4 tenths in the last sector, so I think pole was on for sure if I kept it together. But yeah, I spun, so just pushed the car too hard. Happens. It's all right. It's not the end of the world.
So good. I've just got 2 quick little questions. What happened when you spun during the safety car?
Oh, so my push to talk button is mapped to S on my keyboard, and we were talking a bit of argy-bargy banter in game chat.
Yep.
And a silly Tazza clicked A accidentally, and apparently that's my brake or something on keyboard, and yeah, around I went. So that was a complete drive error. That's all right.
I like that.
It was quite entertaining because I was telling Weru off for spinning. No, not Weru, Drix off for spinning. I was telling someone off for spinning, and then I spun 2 seconds later. So, you know, karma.
That's all good. I think I had one more question, but I don't think I can quite remember it. So, on that note, I might let you go on that one, mate. Again, thank you for your time.
No
just
worries.
continuing to push that gap out. Oh, I do remember it now, sorry. How do you feel now? Obviously, you're a fair bit in front as it is, and you've just pushed yourself a little bit further in front now. Number one, how do you feel about Fluxy finishing a race higher than you? You must be pretty disgusted on your effort on that one. And number two, Mez, technically was your second company, now it's SGN, pulling out.
I mean, I know Mez has a lot going on. He's pretty committed to some other like semi-professional games, and he's got a lot of family over. So it's a shame he's not going to be in for the rest of the season. I mean, he'll be in and out, hopefully reserve a couple, but that's a shame. But on the Fluxy note, I mean, Fluxy has been there the whole time. He's been the little silent achiever. He's just got unlucky, and this is the first one where, well, he did have a spin, but he was lucky. Safety car was good and he was able to recover. So I'm honestly just happy for him. It was good. I did pull out the over 3 second gap to him before the end there and reeled SGN in again when he caught Drix. But yeah, that last lap tussle brought him back in. So no, I'm happy for him. It was good. It was a good race.
Good to see. All is good at Aston Martin. Well,
of course.
Congratulations again, especially the team. It's a great result for you guys. We'll let you go. Thanks for your time, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
well
you,
done,
guys.
man. Take care.
Cheers, guys. You too. Thank you.
All right, we will grab our last man. I'm going to grab SGN here. Now, first of all, congratulations, mate, first of all. I personally think you were the fastest man on the track, and it did show for quite a long time, chasing down Drix after that very weird race restart that him and Drix put together.
Yeah, overall pretty strange race. Obviously, I didn't even realise it went by, to be honest. But yeah, unfortunate ending. Yeah, overall, that's all I can really say. I don't really know what happened. I'm still looking at some of the replays and see where it exactly went wrong. I was actually completely under the assumption that Drix had already pitted. I only found out he didn't pit, or had he pitted earlier, but much later on in the race. So that's why I picked it up. But I'll have to see the replay, see what happened exactly.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that, what happened. You were catching up so well, and then you took over, and wow, it was such an amazing battle between all three of you, or four of you guys up there. But I did want to ask you a question in regards to, you were chasing Drix, and he was keeping you within a second and a half for about 4 laps. Were you conserving your tires, or is his pace just that good?
He was pretty quick considering how much weight he had. I heard towards the end he had about 80 or something percent.
Wow.
But yeah, considering he was pretty quick on it. It was difficult, but I think towards the end I did notice a few mistakes, and he did start to slow down pretty drastically. So obviously that's where I made the move. But yeah, it's racing. It is what it is.
That's it. I got one last question before I let you go. I haven't really asked. I didn't ask the man himself who was responsible, but Flukesy's safety car restart. Are you on board with it? Are you off it? What are your thoughts on literally piling everyone up like a can of sardines?
Yeah, look, I'm not too sure. Is there a conspiracy going on that he caused that on purpose?
No, there's no conspiracy. I'm just interested. I haven't really seen anyone. Normally with that corner, I think Hungary's very, very similar, where most of the drivers will try and get a straight line coming out of that last corner to really set themselves up. But he did something that none of us were really expecting, and was quite hard to stay in front and on top of the action as the can of sardines decided to unravel itself into turn 1.
Well, I mean, to be fair, from what I saw, I think he took too much inside curb. It has happened to me before, but again, I think he just got too much on the power. I have seen it happen before. I've spun out there, but yeah, I think it was just unlucky. I think he just put too much power down at the wrong time.
Nah, well, appreciate that very much, mate. Have you got anything else to add there, Reblets?
No, I think that's it. Unfortunate for yourself, but at the same time, you've done a fantastic job, man. So I think you should be proud of that.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Easy. Well, congratulations on now second in the Drivers' Championship to SGN there. But that about wraps us up for tonight. So we have the Aston Martin boys consolidating their Constructors' Championship up the top. Drix coming away number 1. Flukesy coming away number 2 with his first real performance, putting it all together. Tazza, our Drivers' Championship leader, in 3rd. SGN currently our 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, coming in 4th, and Werribee coming in 5th. So we do appreciate you sticking around. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Aussie Racing League. I've been your host, Man of Tins. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Reblets, I'll give you the last word to sign off, big boy.
Sure. Well, thank you for everyone for coming, and I appreciate being able to commentate and enjoy such a race. It was entertaining to the max, and we saw some great driving, and appreciate the invite. Thank you very much, Man of Tin. You did a fantastic job, and thank you.
Same to you, mate. Well, that is all from us at the Aussie Racing League Prodigy Division on a Wednesday night. Tune in tomorrow night to see the elite drivers. Also, we'll be back again next Wednesday night for probably a 25-minute highlight reel of the last race. And looking forward to seeing you again. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your night, guys.